In his non-fiction work, Extra Lives, Why Video Games Matter, 2010, Tom Bissell embarks on an exploration of what video games can reveal about human nature, asserting that these interactive experiences are evolving into one of the most prominent art forms of our era. The book, widely esteemed by both critics and general readers, garnered numerous award nominations. Tom Bissell, a best-selling author and accomplished journalist, well known for his media critiques and fiction works, draws from his own first-hand experiences with video games as the foundation for Extra Lives. Within the pages of Extra Lives, Bissell delves into the pervasive popularity of video games, highlighting a paradoxical phenomenon. While the gaming industry surpasses the music and film industries in revenue, it often remains shrouded in relative obscurity. He poses probing questions about this intriguing discrepancy, suggesting that this silence speaks volumes about society's complex relationship with video games. Bissell's objective is not an exhaustive catalog of every video game in existence or a comprehensive history of the industry. Instead, he offers a collection of personal reflections and insights on various video games, examining the impact each has had on his own life. Before undertaking this project, Bissell realized that his extensive hours spent gaming could be channeled into a constructive endeavor. Central to Bissell's argument is the assertion that video games frequently fall short of realizing their full potential. He contends that developers often populate their creations with cliched characters, lackluster dialogue, and narrative gaps. According to Bissell, it is imperative that developers take their craft more seriously if the video game industry is to earn the recognition it merits, considering the substantial revenue it generates. Above all, Bissell aspires for video games to claim their rightful status as a contemporary art form. Bissell contends that the foundational issue lies in the conceptual phase of game development. He believes that developers frequently rely on outdated design structures that fail to engage today's audiences. For instance, many games come across as one-sided, impersonal cinematic experiences, rather than offering the immersive and interactive gameplay that modern players crave. Bissell's proposed remedy revolves around enhancing the engagement and interactivity of video games. Only by accomplishing this can video games truly distinguish themselves within the artistic landscape, rivaling the realms of music and film. Bissell extends an invitation to the video game industry, suggesting that a world brimming with potential opportunities awaits exploration. It is a matter of seizing one of these promising directions, according to him. In Extra Lives, Bissell maintains a broad perspective and refrains from offering specific prescriptions. Instead, his remarks are strategically aimed at igniting conversations within the gaming community. Although Bissell does not delve into the technical aspects of video games, he scrutinizes what the current state of video games reveals about our society. In particular, he probes the portrayal of violence in video games and the underlying motivation for our fascination with simulated violence. Bissell ponders whether video games serve as a medium for gamers to grapple with questions of morality, questioning whether they are a suitable platform for such contemplations. While acknowledging the limited empirical evidence linking video games to real-life violence, he asserts that the same argument applies to other potentially immoral behaviors, emphasizing that video games are not inherently responsible. Extra Lives extends beyond a mere examination of video games themselves. It also encompasses the role of video game reviewers and their potential contribution to fortifying the industry. Bissell contends that reviewers possess the capacity to elevate video games by providing constructive critiques. Unfortunately, he observes that many reviewers prioritize exposure and the publication of their reviews on high-traffic websites, rather than delivering honest and thorough assessments. Bissell suggests that if reviewers were more candid and offered substantial critiques, the video game industry could witness improvement. Presently, their reviews often fall short in comparison to those within the film, television, and music industries in terms of comprehensiveness and engagement. Bissell puts forth an additional potential explanation for the disparity in quality between video games and other forms of artistic expression. He expresses concerns that the involvement of numerous individuals in the creation of a single video game can result in a loss of cohesive continuity. Drawing a comparison to mediums like novels, typically authored by one individual and edited by a select few, Bissell underscores that video games, with their extensive collaborative efforts, often come across as amalgamations of multiple components rather than unified, singular works. As Extra Lives nears its conclusion, Bissell opens up about his personal negative experiences with gaming. He candidly shares an era of his life marked by cocaine use and countless hours spent on video games, many of which he now struggles to recall. Beyond the specter of substance abuse, Bissell contends that such experiences are not uncommon among gamers. He observes that individuals within this community tend to either become deeply engrossed and obsessive or abruptly disengage altogether. Bissell posits that it is incumbent upon the video game industry to explore avenues for expanding its user base, otherwise, there is a tangible risk that it could dwindle into obscurity in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.